Hello Mallards, it is a rainy Wednesday evening. I'm hanging out with Danny. We are at Montverde. We are about to see Thanksgiving Day play. Yeah, which I'm super stoked for. It is a black box series show, and I love the black box shows because they feel more achievable from a no budget level. So I enjoy seeing what happens in spaces like this. So we're gonna head in. All right, we've made it. The Thanksgiving play. Also, mad respect for these curtains that I think are like zip tied to the.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, because I see a lot of zip ties. Like those are definitely zip ties. Like this is the kind of stuff that we would do normally. And then look at that lighting array and
Here for it.
yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen in the show, but I'm here for all of it. The setting for this show, it turns out, is a high school drama room. So this is almost a site-specific piece, which is my forte, except that we're in the music room instead of the drama room. Also, they did hang up posters on the wall here, and like this stuff is not music room stuff.
There's definitely horses.
So they have, yeah.
Those horses.
I'll explain to Danny about the horses in a minute. But I'm now even more psyched to know that like it's set sort of where it's set. That's fun. So the Thanksgiving play did not have an intermission because it was only a 90-minute show, and it's hilarious. Like it's absolutely hilarious. It is a satirical piece. It is funny from start to finish. But also in kind of a painful way.
Yeah, it's also broken up by some delightful songs and tidbits of different Thanksgiving songs from current
Actual teachers.
Yes, on the web today, which are also hilariously terrible and yeah.
I mean, a big part of the show is that it is meant to highlight the things that like are offensive and problematic, and it does a very good job of doing that. The author of this piece is Larissa Fasthorse and has written a lot of incredible plays, and this one in particular was in response to being told that if she had less Native people in her shows, then they would get performed more. So she wrote a show specifically with no Native people in it, and it's beautiful.
It really is good.
Yeah, it's really, really, really good. And it's really fun to see a high school do a piece like this. It's why I like the Black Box series, because it allows them to work with kind of heavier material. And for people who want to go into professional, I think that that's good. And they have a program that treats this kind of stuff with care.
Yep.
So the students are being cared for while they're performing, and the show is being cared for while
And
it's happening.
It allows them to really shine.
Yeah. And setting it in the music room was so good. They could slam the door to the office. Elizabeth's freak out in the office is a highlight of the piece.
So good.
It was so good. And that's the kind of thing that like wouldn't have been afforded
In a real theater.
if this had been performed on an actual stage. So performing it in the classroom allowed them like spaces that you don't normally have, or that you would have to really build out. And I think that was really cool. The hallway exit, the office were both utilized incredibly well. The walls with all the posters, I don't know if you were paying attention. So they decorated.
That fell.
Yeah, so the poster, I don't think that was supposed to happen, but
okay.
They decorated the walls with all of the posters, and they are all very adult. So she is a high school drama teacher, but like part of the bit is that she does things that people don't approve of. And her posters were like Pillow Man and Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. I'm trying to remember what other ones were up there. Buried Child. So it's all shows that are very adult. And that's Iceman Cometh. That was the other one. It's never so good as when you see it with 15-year-olds. It's one of the jokes. And I think putting it like in a space where even though all of those other ones aren't in the text, they're all decorated is really cool. And so I liked the way that they designed this space. I thought it lent itself really well to the absurdity of the characters. And then everyone was so perfectly embodied in their characters.
Yeah.
And I've come to expect that from Tyler, having seen him in a lot of productions now. Physicality is his strong suit for sure. And he can physically embody a lot of things. And to watch him embody this character physically, and also his vocal presence throughout this whole thing as the academic of the group.
There was a moment where he was perfectly struggling to do yoga, and he was so conflicted through it. I was like, oh, this is like every yoga class I've ever taken. Thank you for seeing me in this.
Yeah, so good. Cole as Jackson, first off, an incredible name. Shout out to the playwright for the name Jackson. Was also just like so good. They were so good at being absolutely over the top, the exact sort of caricature you need for satire to work really well. And same with Ari. Like, I was very impressed. And then the students who did the in-between stuff each also had their own characterization.
Yep.
And those were also very distinct. And so good job creating those and in the direction and everything. And I just...
So fun.
It's so fun.
So fun.
The show was very fun. I was very impressed by the performers and everything that we saw here. Not that I'm not usually very impressed by the performances. Montverde is known for their quality, and there's a reason for that.
They deliver.
They absolutely deliver, and I'm glad that I got to bring Danny with me. And I might send her to the next show in my stead, because I can't come. So maybe Danny will just be reporting back on the next show here. But for now, I will see you tomorrow.